At SableCon, we keep that tradition alive with comic creators, writers, and artists telling their stories. Cosplaying provides a chance for Black fans to represent the characters they knew and loved. To celebrate Black nerd culture, SableCon is hosting a convention on May 20 to 21, 2023 at Ace Event Center in Knightdale, NC, along with a cosplay contest. Be on the lookout for this convention.
Oh, man. What's up, folks? I haven't done a live one. I didn't do a live one last time. It was I had to pre-record it because I was running around doing stuff. But I am here now, ready to talk as crazy as I usually do. I'm just kidding. What am I? I'm gonna go over a few things, but at first, as always, be sure to check out the books and everything. Also, if you can, if you've been following me for a while and all that good stuff, and even if you haven't, pre-register for Void Beast Chapter 5. That'll be on Kickstarter May 22nd. I have the pre-register up right now. You can go ahead and get on the list so it'll notify you when it's coming out. You'll be able to get all the chapters up to 5. Also, you will be able to get volumes 1 and 2. 2 consists of 2, 3, 4, and 5 all together. You can get all that at this Kickstarter. There's some other stuff. You'll hear about some more stuff as we go on and everything. And also SableCon. We are a little bit around a month away. And we want to be able to get folks in there and sharing all the comic goodness that Black folks and other people have to bring and all that good stuff. So SableCon is going to be good. We have I have my man Danny Quigg, Wally McNair, Morgan Iverson. There's a bunch of other people that's going to be there and stuff. Charlie Rockets cosplay. We'll have our cosplay contest and everything. I'm thinking about a bunch of other stuff because I've handled some other business as well too. So it's a bunch of stuff going on, and I'm ready to see everybody there. Go ahead and sign up so you can get our poster and all this other good stuff that we're gonna have going along with it. So I think last time why I didn't do it or something is because I had went to watch, I believe it was last week, the week before. It was the Mario movie that I was watching with my people. And I have to say that movie was good. Like I didn't have any real problem. And the problems that people said they had with it, I personally didn't have those problems. Like I keep thinking about it, and this is why I haven't talked about it much, other than I made a post saying that it was I loved it, because I keep trying to go over it. And I'm like, did I personally, not what anybody else is saying. I don't care what nobody else is talking about. I don't care. Y'all know how I go. Even if I don't like a movie, I don't care what nobody else is saying. I don't care if 500 of y'all get up under the post and say it was trash. Hey, I don't like it. This one I liked, and I didn't have too much of an issue with it, because even with, I didn't feel like Mario, like I seen people say Mario got a back seat and stuff, and I didn't understand that one, because it was never like in my mind. It was like Mario was always going somewhere else to help these people, right? So why would he was still the focus, but it wasn't like it was his land to understand. We weren't trying to understand New York and stuff. Like when it was just him and Luigi at the beginning of the movie, okay, like we focusing on them. But then to say Peach was whatever, but it was her world. They went to her world to figure out and help her in her world. So was she not, what was she supposed to be? When I kept saying she was like overpowered, I didn't feel like that. I feel like it was the world that she grew up in, and she was explaining it, and then she was showing it to Mario. It wasn't like he was supposed to come in and just know everything and just jump around and automatically be able to do everything. I didn't understand that. I felt like Luigi was in the right place. I felt like Mario was too. I like Donkey Kong. It made sense to me almost, because I was talking to my ladies and it was like, okay, it made sense to why. And this is just me. Again, this is just me. I'm not saying this is what it is. Y'all be taking shit literally, but I'm not saying that this is what it is. But I felt like it made sense on Mario like in the old games where you see Peach kind of off to the side and he's fighting Donkey Kong. It made sense seeing it in the movie. Like him and Peach and him went to go get help, and Donkey Kong was testing him to see if he was worthy of getting the help. So I was like, okay, that's nice. I'm not about to go into all of this was here, that was here, and this was here, and this was here. I'm not doing all that. But also the thing was, it was cool to see it because I've played a lot of the Mario. I'm not even going to act like I played all of them because I have not. I've played a lot of them throughout the years, and I played a lot more when I was younger. But then the last few years has kind of been like off and everything. So again, I honestly didn't have a problem with the movie. I just felt like I was like, okay. And plus, I've been embracing the whole thing where it's like this movie may not necessarily be for me. I grew up with it. Now I grew up with it. You know, Mario, I was born in 82. So it's like I grew up with Mario, watched the cartoon, know where the little hip hop song came from for the commercial and everything. Like I was there watching that. So all that was cool and everything. But I also knew that the way that the movie was created and the process and the storytelling of the movie, it wasn't necessarily for somebody my age. Now I was there and I can understand a lot of the references. I can understand just about all of them actually, but that doesn't mean that the movie was exactly made for me. And that's how I started looking at a lot of these films. Now, if I don't, but I'm also saying if I don't like it, I don't like it, whether it's made for me or not. I'm not going to be like, well, it wasn't made for me, so if I don't like it, it's invalid. Fuck all that. That's not how that worked. But again, I really loved the movie. I didn't see what a lot of other people saw when they had the gripes with the movie. I didn't see any of it. So and I seen people say that like Marvel did the same thing that the Mario movie did the same thing that Marvel does, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't agree with that because the Mario movie they took and kept a lot of what they've had over the years in place. They didn't go mess it up, make it this, make it that, and everything. They were pretty true to it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Marvel just be doing some wild shit now. They just be doing what they want to. They're like, yeah, we don't do what we want. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So I wanted to talk about what I really started this for is because I wanted to talk about the whole Johnathan Majors situation. And I believe I talked about this a little bit before, but now I want to talk a little bit more about it. And my reasoning for that is because for me personally, there's a racial bias that's happening with this. And to say that it's not is a little disingenuous. And that's my issue. That's my issue. There's people on each side that'll kind of flip it. And what I'm getting from my viewpoint is that we get the good old and this is all because okay, so we all know what happened for the most part. Something, him and his ladies, he called the police, assault, then other people come out, all allegations. He ain't been charged with nothing, all of it allegations. They still trying to figure out the case. So none of us know anything about anything. None of us, and we all just, whatever is said, we just chopping it up and taking it and putting ourselves on it. We're interjecting ourselves on something that we know nothing about. We're placing all other stuff on something we know nothing about, this actual allegations. And that's what my problem is. Because if it's just allegations, why are y'all jumping out the window to act like monkeys about something that's all allegations? And we don't know what's true about anything. And especially Black folks. If the man did what folks are trying to say he did, but ain't been proven or anything, hey, put him under the jail, right? Put him under the jail. Put him under the jail, put him in the jail, do whatever. If it's just on the basis of if this is what he's done. If this is what he's done, put him away, right? He deserves everything. But if we don't know that that's what he's done, why are you treating other people crazy? Why are you talking to other people like you done lost your damn mind, treating other people like they siding with the wrongdoings when nobody knows what happened. That's what I want to know, because my thing is people use that. So let me before I go. So there's the thing where we'll bring up, hey, there's a racial bias, and people like Dana White done slapped his wife around on camera, and there's excuses for that, right? But then also years ago, Dana White's mama said that he was like that he treats women bad, he does them wrong, he's been in a lot of fights with his wife. He's put his hands on his wife. She said she felt sorry for the wife, and she felt sorry for the other girls that Dana White has done dirty and all this stuff. All this has happened before, right? All this has happened before, and we've known about that. But when the media stays quiet about it and they don't put nothing out on it, we all don't say anything about it. Especially black folks. Black folks don't say nothing about it, right? Black folks don't say nothing about it. Ezra Miller out here acting a whole fool, grooming people, tearing up folks' house, all kind of stuff. But we just kind of, we ain't gonna talk about that. Alec Baldwin kills a person on set. What? Accident, no accident. I'm not about to argue with any of y'all about whatever. But he kills a person on set. This man is known, this is confirmed, not allegations, to act a whole fool with folks. Alec Baldwin is known for it, acting a fool, a plumb fool with folks. Being in trouble with the law since what? Late 80s, early 90s and stuff, whatever, right? Still, nothing, right? Charlie Sheen out here doing all kind of wild stuff. Getting people sick, having sex with people, knowing he got HIV, all kind, just wild stuff, right? All of these things, right? But then with Majors, everything is conflated and everything is put out, and we got black folks willing to bust other black folks over the head for allegations. That none of us know. We don't know what happened. They still sorting out everything on their side. But we're willing to treat each other crazy, talk to each other crazy, accuse other folks on allegations. Even though there's people, especially white folks, that are confirmed in the wild mess that they've done. But black folks are out here. You can look at it anywhere online, willing to fight you, talk about you, call you names, all the scary words that they call you on social media and everything. They're willing to do all that for allegations. And we don't know nothing about nothing. But there's other people that has done. We got it on video. Now, again, if it come out that Majors done it and people got proof and hey, put him in that category with the rest of the people that I just explained. That's all well and fine. But you get the thing that, well, because white folks got away with it, are you saying that black folks should get away with it too? When did I say that? When was that said? I said the racial bias in the reporting and the treatment of these people. And the reason why I say that is because these same type of biases have been used against black folks forever. And for us to continue to go along with it when the media is showing us something that we know has been used against black folks in the wrong way throughout the years, for us to keep going along with it, you got to be fucking goofy. You have to be. You have to be goofy. Because that's like you can tell and I'm no friend of these people, right? What is you can see the way situations were reported on Breonna Taylor and how everything was justified for why they shot this black woman. Why was shot? Well, she was this, and then she had this package. Well, she was dealing with this person. Everything coming out that that wasn't the case. They're trying to bring old people back, old men that she dealt with back on and saying, hey, she did this. Everything is coming down the line that it's like, that didn't happen. And everything is stacked on that this woman did wrong. And this is why we did it. And, we had this warrant, we had this, we had that. What's going on, man? All of this is going on and treating this and using this story. The media is using all these stories to talk bad about this black woman. And we can't, if we were just going along with it, that means it's like, yep, she did all that. And Candace Owens and all the rest of them were right. That's why they killed him. So then, okay, you could say, well, she was innocent. She was whatever. Let's go to them ignorant niggas down in Tennessee. Those police officers down in Tennessee that killed the black dude, right? So my thing with that is this: throw them niggas under the jail, right? We seen they did everything. I'm not saying they didn't do nothing. We watched it. Niggas is trifling. They deserve every single bad thing that's coming to them, right? From my heart, I believe that. But the reporting on it, when it came down to what we're going to do to these guys and how we're going to treat them, it became this thing where everybody, even the Blue Lives Matter folks and everybody, they were quiet. They seen the injustices of the police and everything. Didn't even talk about the white police officer that was there. And the man's father that got killed, he asked about, like, where's that white police officer that was there that you guys are kind of protected and not saying anything about? Where's that person? Because I understand that. Get them, but are we being fair or not? So are we trying to be fair? Everybody was talking about this fair and tolerance and stuff. No, motherfuckers throw that shit out the window when it's something that they have an issue with, or somebody that they like. That's how I go. But with them, everybody, the Blue Lives Matter people, everybody was white folks. Everybody was in unison. Oh, police, they're just doing too much. Look at those, man. You know why this happened? It's because the police, because y'all was mad at the police and y'all asked them to lower their standards. So look what happened. They let these ignorant niggas in, and the police is just terrible now. Oh my God. Look at just the injustice and the overreach of the police. Meanwhile, that young man recently, I don't even remember all the names now. Young man get shot 90 times. They handcuff him, got pictures of it out, and now it's just a thing where it's like, we're gonna let them go. It was justified. Nobody knows anything about why the police ain't no lowering standards or anything like that. It's just normal. It's just normal. Shooting him 90 times, not shooting at him 90 times, hitting him 90 times. That's just normal. That's just normal. So we play these games. And black folks jump out the window. He was gonna buy NBC. That he was an abuser, and all these other people came out. But do we know anything? We can all say we don't actually know it. We're not connected to the situation. We don't know nothing about nothing. And we know that these situations are consistently overinflated when it comes to black folks. Another one recently. David Cho, or the movie or the TV show Beef on Netflix. I've seen none of y'all post anything about David Cho. Nobody. None of y'all. I ain't seen none of it's the Johnathan Majors and the talking about him and he's the worst. And man, all these other people came out and he's been doing it for a long time, even though we don't know anything. But you got David Cho on a podcast telling you how he basically raped a black woman that was his massage therapist. Black folks came out the woodwork to bust Kevin Hart over his head about, since we talking about comedy, right? We talking about comedy now, right? Black folks came out the woodwork to join in with everybody else to bust Kevin Hart over his head, over his gay jokes. Okay, I ain't mad at you. You part of it, you don't like it? Okay, no problem. But keep that same energy for these other folks. And the thing about it is, Cho is telling you that he did this to a black woman. Now it could be jokes, but Kevin Hart was jokes. So is it protect black women and black folks need to not let, or is it just when it's other black folks? Because y'all feel like it's easier to, go against and hurt and bust over other black folks over the head. Which one is it? David, I listened to that thing because I seen how people were talking about how the co-stars from Beef. And the thing is, I've seen like people, the usual folks, I'm not seeing it from, but I've seen other people talk about how, what were the co-stars with him supposed to say? What do you mean what they supposed to say? Because y'all run over black folks that even be quiet about or even try to point out the biases and stuff. Y'all run them over, but you're not doing it for them. when there was a black woman involved that was supposedly being hurt. So how does that work? How does that work? Because he like, yo, and if it was, and like I said, if it was just jokes that David Cho was saying, okay, but y'all came at Kevin Hart and everybody else for jokes, and none of the co-stars, the co-stars from Beef are saying anything about it. They keeping quiet about it. It's like, hey, I think they recently released a statement talking about, hey, he's been doing work. He's done the work since then. Quiet and said he's done the work since then. Let it be black folks. Black folks jump out the window in distance and throw people in the daggone garbage for allegations and for stuff that didn't even happen before. And that's not having no kind of higher morality. This is me talking. This is me talking. Not across the board, everybody feel this way. This is not saying this is all black folks. I don't speak for all black folks. I speak for me. I got to keep that clear. And again, I got to keep it clear as well that if folks did these wrong things, throw them where they got to be thrown at. Like straight up, put them where they got to be put at. I ain't mad at that. But I'm talking about the bias between people and the racial bias that goes on and how we treat other folks that we don't even know nothing about. But then I've seen folks that'll do stuff like support folks that lie, but then when it's something that you don't know, you jump out on it. It was so many people that even though, and I'm just jumping around to everything. Y'all know how I do. I'm just pew 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 pew. It was people that was like, yeah, Jussie Smollett lied, but I don't care, or they just did him wrong. So like how does this work? How does this work? Like 1 minute you believe the system, then the next minute you don't believe the system. How does it work? How does this work? And I'm asking y'all because I know where I stand at. I'm asking y'all because I know where I stand at. Where I stand at is I don't know nothing about this man's situation. I don't care who drop him. I don't care who do what to him. I don't know nothing about the situation. I don't know anything. And I'm not saying he right, she wrong. I don't know nothing about the situation. But I'm not going to join in reporting that is clearly biased against black folks. When we watch it with everybody else, and it's a thing where when it's time to be quiet, they be quiet. They don't put anything out on these other people. They don't put anything out on Dana White, or folks spin it and we go along with it. Like it's just like, well, they got away with it, and didn't this and that happened, and isn't it? I'm talking about the reporting, and we don't know nothing about what anybody else got going on. We don't know. I don't know. I'm going by what I'm seeing. And don't let the Flash movie be good. Let it be good, man. Y'all gonna still go see it, but y'all talking crazy about Majors over some allegations. Y'all still gonna go see it, and you gonna go see the Flash movie, even though he was grooming children, tearing up people's houses, acting a whole fool. I'll just say Ezra. That Ezra was doing, just acting a plumb fool. And it's known, it's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? So how does it work? Because to me, it looked like a bunch of showing out for white folks and other cultures. That's in its borderline shit. I'd say coon talk, to where you're gonna jump out the window on a black person and talk crazy to other black folks just because they're talking about something, pointing out an issue that's there. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Because if we can keep railing off all these other things that keep happening, but everybody, the people that side with the person, like the Dana Whites and everybody, you can side with them. You got all kind of excuses for why. And then the people that supposedly not siding with them got those same excuses why. Like, what? How that work when we talking about allegations? I'm just trying to understand. That's all. I'm just trying to understand. And the other part of me is like, I ain't trying to understand shit. Y'all talking crazy and you want me to go along with it, and I'm not. I'm not going along with it. I'm not going along with the tap dancing. That we don't know what's going on. And that's like, I'm gonna just keep saying it basically. Like we don't know. And to act as if we do, and to judge other people on a situation that we have nothing confirmed about is crazy. And to talk crazy and to treat other people wrong about a situation that none of us know nothing about is crazy. It's crazy. Off of all allegations. So this is what we do. This is what we fight, folks. And I'm talking about black folks. Because I already railed off everybody else. Again, go check out that David Cho shit. Like that's wild. That's wild. And listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. He was like, I put her hand on my meat, and then I told her to jerk it. She was like, no, she didn't feel like it, or she didn't want to. And then I was like, then I grabbed it, and then I was jerking it, and then I put her face on it. Then I was like, she didn't put her face there, but then I put my mess in her mouth, and I basically started tearing that mouth up. Tearing up. It's like that's what he, it was like. That's what he said. Now he didn't say it exactly like that. And this is supposedly to a black woman, right? So, but we concerned about Johnathan Majors, right? He the worst thing. He the worst thing out there. And in the media being fairly silent on what's going on with Cho, but everything that happened with Majors, we know about everything with that. It's only protect black women when it come to black men, right? That's what we doing. That's what I'm seeing. So, yeah, y'all feel comfortable jumping out the window when it comes to black folks. You feel comfortable talking crazy to other black folks when it comes to something that the media and the dominant society tell y'all to get comfortable with. But if they don't mention it, y'all don't mention it. So that's why I can't take a lot of y'all seriously. Like I just can't. I can't take you serious when the only time you really jumping out the window for something is when some other folks tell you to jump out the window for it. Especially if we have confirmed cases of folks doing other stuff, and then we have cases of folks making vile jokes about doing stuff to black women, but then y'all consistently yelling about protect black women and everything. What's going on, Trey? So I can't take y'all serious. So if you expect me to have these conversations with you, I'm gonna need you to make sure that you talking about what we talking about, or I'm gonna need you to talk about all of it. Because it's either we're gonna talk about it or we're not. Or you're gonna keep your feelings and all that other goofy shit you got going on with you because some other shit happened or whatever the hell is going on. You're gonna keep that to yourself. But this projecting and coming at other black folks for something that we don't know nothing about, y'all wild on that shit. And I see a lot of that. And I'm personally not with it. And like I always tell any of y'all, I tell all y'all, if it's really bothering you that much, we can sit down and have a conversation. Because I'm everywhere. I will be where you at sooner or later. I will be there. We can talk. And if you're really that passionate about it, to where you got to start talking crazy and stuff, we can do more than talk. That's perfectly fine too, and still be friends. And still be friends. Most people don't. That's the thing, Trey. Most people don't. They don't want to talk. What they want to do is come in there, be self-righteous, and put it on you and bust you over your head with it, and then act as if you're supposed to go along with it. That's what's going on. Man, but folks don't really want to talk. Because at the end of the day, again, we don't know anything. There's been nothing substantial enough to prove that this is what is happening. And you're willing to jump out the window and treat other people and talk to other people crazy? That's not right, man. And this is from the... See, but my thing is, like, even with we don't know what happened. So my thing is, it's selective. It's selective. So one minute is, yo, we need to come at this person. There's this black dude. He did all this stuff, so we need to talk about him, and then make excuses for everybody else. Or it's, well, because white people. No, it's either, and I don't care if it's black men. Like, I even talk about this with my ladies. Like, even with the black women, the different treatment on the black women that have like corrections officers. Man, when black women get caught in some mess when they're corrections officers, it is everything. They get all kind of they get everything thrown at them. They was conspiring with prisoners. They were raping prisoners. They were doing this. They were doing that. They lose a job. It was everything, right? Everything, even black teachers, even black female teachers with black women, they are everything under the sun. When it's a white woman that's a correction officer, it's oh man. And teachers and white female teachers, oh man, she had such a hard time. Her life was hard at home. She didn't know what was going on. She had everything. My youngest just came in the door like she owned the place. Little girl, come here. Come here. You leaving? All right. She's like, nope, I'm out. With white women is man, she wasn't satisfied at home. Home life was bad. All she had was these children to be her confidant. It's just so sad how that woman had to live. Black woman is just she was grooming the kids. She was a molester. She's just a terrible person. So it happens across the board. So black folks, stop falling for the okie doke. The people from Beef, the co-stars, they like, hey, we're gonna keep our mouths shut until whatever happens. That's what y'all need to do. Shut the hell up and just wait until everything come out. Because y'all just be ready to jump out the window and talk crazy about folks. And I'm not with it. So I can't get with y'all on that. I can't get with this let's jump dog pile of black person. Not no black person, not a black man, not a black woman. Even the stuff that's going on with, I guess there's some silliness going on with Tiffany Haddish, right? I don't agree with nothing Tiffany Haddish do. Too much of anything she do. I don't agree with everything. But I'm not about to dogpile that woman. Like, I don't know if anything is going on. I don't know what folks are saying. It could be a whole lie. And I'll say that I am ignorant to a lot of things. I can even be ignorant on a lot of situations. But I mean, it's just a thing where it's like, if we don't know, there's no need to dogpile on folks when there's people that are confirmed at what they did that you can put that energy to. And it seems to be a consistent thing where there's a racial bias to where it's used against black folks and everybody else get whatever. It ain't nothing about protecting nobody. You can't protect nobody when I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, I don't know. So how am I going to protect and say that they should get away with something that nobody knows what's happening? Unless you got some kind of magical ball and you able to see exactly what happened and you was there. You just floated there. Had a whole out-of-body experience and you was like, I'm here now. Oh my God, look at Majors just beating the shit out of these women. Like, you don't know. So there you go. That part. I agree with that. and spreading it across to everybody. My thing is spreading it across to everybody. Just because y'all got hurt feelings about something. Well, you don't know that. Go deal with your hurt feelings and come back when you really ready to talk like you got some sense. Y'all go deal with your hurt feelings. Go deal with that. And then come back and talk to folks like you got some sense. Because again, we don't know. So I don't know. I'm not about to jump on here and Craig the Creek could teach you that. Mind your business. Mind your business. So I mean, I don't mind, even if it is that, keep it to yourself. Don't come out and be talking to folks crazy and treating folks like they did something wrong when you don't know. Nobody don't know nothing about nothing. Like you up in that's what causes issues. And it is what it is. So all I'm saying is, if there's other people and the media is doing things that they've always done when it came to black people. We can see the racist reporting all throughout history. You can go read old newspaper clippings about black folks. This whole lives, black men and black women. It's this ain't a thing where a lot of y'all separate that. You know, black women, then these black men, they better. You know, I got to talk that goofy shit. We're not doing that. Black men and black women suffer from getting that same treatment. And if we know that, and everything is and everything that has been out is like current allegations or nothing is solid, then chill out with that. Don't come at and treat other people bad. And I'm not saying if somebody is saying directly what you're saying that folks should get away with, okay, whatever. But even then, it's kind of like what goes on in like MMA and stuff. What is this constant debate about steroids? It's like fighters using steroids, fighters using this and that, fighters using this and that. Should they be allowed? Should we ban it? Should we? Just let it go. And my thing is, when it came to that sort of thing, I never really talked about it a lot. But when I had that, my thing was just, hey, let them all do it. Let them all do steroids. Don't block it. I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to stop it. And steroids don't necessarily help your technique. So I don't know. That actually may be a good story, and it does sound like some anime stuff. And it's like, if they doing steroids, that's not gonna change their technique. They're not going now. They may be able to train longer, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to not do what I love. So when it comes to this, when it comes to the reporting of the situation, either we gonna report it the same for everybody, or we gonna keep it quiet for everybody. But this whole racial bias, and y'all want me to go along with it, and then start talking about some other stuff, get the hell out of here with that. Anybody. The only people in my house can get that. My own mama can get the hell out of my face with that. Mama, get the fuck out of my face. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. When I can go down the line and talk about the racial bias, but you want me to act like that's not what it is and project some other stuff. Go do that to the same people. Go talk about David Chonin. Go talk about Alec Baldwin killing a person, then just silently getting away with it. And then they just like, yeah. Go talk about all that. Go take that somewhere else and go do it with somebody else. Go talk about it to the people in your circle. Talk about how much you don't you don't like that, or whatever the case may be. Don't come to me when I see something and there's a pattern that's been playing out, and then you want me to not talk about that pattern. The fuck is wrong with you? Like, you go somewhere else with that. And I damn sure ain't gonna be arguing with nobody like that. No, I'm done. I used to do that. I ain't doing that no more with y'all. Not on no damn internet. This ain't. Nobody just be arguing back and forth. Yeah. Go on somewhere with that. Doing this mess with y'all. So it is what it is. And then so I'm gonna just let that be. But before I get out of here, it was something I was thinking about. And I see this a lot in like the indie comic scene and all this other stuff. And I want y'all to know that whatever you coming up with and you going through your trials and tribulations, you'll find the people that are going to work with you and you can do your thing with and all that. But one of the things is, I would say, especially for y'all that's quiet and everything, because I used to be quiet a little bit more when I was younger. I still am when it comes to certain things. So I like to listen. But even though I talk a lot of here, I'll be listening a lot and watching. Don't go into these situations worrying about if this person, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if it's some voice actor, some big known actor, somebody else. I don't care who it is. Don't go into these situations worrying about if this person likes you, because it takes away from you being the genuine person that you are. Go in the situation thinking, will I like this person, or do I like this person? Don't all this, oh man, I hope they like me and I hope they this and that. Give a fuck if they like if they like you, because at the end of the day, they're gonna go away. And whether they like you or not, don't play a part. Do you like them? Do you want to learn from these people after you figure out whatever is going on with these people, after you know more about these people, after you interact with them? That too. Because you're doing a disservice worrying about if you like them, and you're cheating that person out of genuinely knowing who you are. So if you're figuring out, do I like this person? You can be yourself. Because you're not gonna step on eggshells and be like, oh man, I shouldn't say this. If I say this, they're not gonna like me. If I don't laugh at this, they're not gonna like me. Mm-mm. Go in it thinking, do you like this person? Even with me, a lot of y'all don't, a lot of y'all ain't gonna like, and I'm fine with that because I want y'all to know me for who I am. And if you don't like who I am, that I ain't got a problem with it. Keep it moving. Get up out of here. Go on about your way. You ain't got to stay around here. And it's actually crazy to stay around and watch me when I'm not giving nothing to you in life at all. And you just gonna stay around and you know you don't like me, but you staying around. Or you think that I can do something, or whatever the case may be. No, 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 no. Get rid of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure you're around the people that you like, that y'all can work together with. Not none of this, I hope this person like me, and when they meet me, man, if they just tell me this and that, it's going to be good. No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, you got to continuously do the work that you want to get to where you're trying to get. And whether that person can help out or not, that's all well and good. But I'm also going to tell you that there's this thing where you think that you have to go do this or go to this person. This person going to blow up your stuff, and then these people going to like me, and I'm going to network with these people and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. The best thing to do when it comes to these sort of things is to build something cool. Build something that you care about, this amazing, and it's helping other people and stuff, and everybody else will come to you. They'll find you if you're doing something. Basically, if you're doing something cool. And cool is unique to you. Not none of this goofy shit where I'm gonna go do this exactly like this person. I'm gonna do no. Them people that'll really help, they'll come out the woodwork. Trust me, they will. They will. I can't even. I'll have some things that I can talk about later that I can really be like, hey, this happened. But that's what I would say. Make sure that you go into these situations seeing if you like the person. Because also that way you're not compromising who you are when you see this person do some goofy shit. So even when I'm talking about the stuff with Majors and all these other people, for instance, I've always liked Alec Baldwin as an actor, even when I was young, like especially after when I was young and I seen him in The Shadow and then some other stuff, and I loved him in 30 Rock. He's trifling. He like outside of the acting, he is trifling. And I'd be a fucking fool just because I like the person or I like their acting to act like that's not the case. And the same thing with Majors. If anything gets confirmed, just like, yo, bro, you full of shit. Loved it. Loved The Shadow. I love that movie. But Alec Baldwin is full of shit. And I can say that. Love me. DMX is my favorite MC. Y'all be trying to have arguments with me about this. I've seen this plenty of times. Jay-Z was listening. Nah, DMX. It's always, for me, it was always DMX, right? Not just the one that connected with. Like, there's a bunch of other ones. I'm not saying he the most lyrical. I'm not saying all that stuff. But I'd be a liar to act like that man wasn't doing ignorant shit. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'd be a liar to say he didn't say trifling shit in his songs. That even when I was young, before social media came out, I'd be a whole liar to say he didn't say trifling shit in his music that I didn't even agree with, especially like on his first album and stuff, like that I didn't agree with even as a child when I heard it. I'm like, what? Blip. I'm skipping that. But I'm not gonna act like that's not what it is. So that's all I'm saying. The biasness. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Everybody do it. Everybody. I don't think there's a person on the planet that don't. And I'm no better. I just told you. It's like, but I will acknowledge that these people are trifling, but so again, make sure that you like these people, that you they can help me. I don't know. Make sure you like them, because if you go in these situations worrying about if they like you, you're gonna compromise who you are, what you believe in, all this other stuff just to stay up under them. I don't give a damn about none of these folks. Like, I, I don't, and it comes from my background of fighting. It comes from my background of working in retail and being in certain situations to where you try your best to do whatever, and folks just don't do. No matter what you do, you can be there, you can do it, you can do everything they ask, you can be nice to them, you can help everybody. They still not gonna do what you want done. You sitting here breaking your back, doing all kind of shit, talking crazy. Um, um, Yeah, and the horrorcore stuff was funny here and there, like with Necro and a couple other people. It was like, oh, okay, but as far as like listen to it, well, and I was like, nah, man, you call it whatever, that shit is wild. And so make sure, and this is even so. When I got older, I stopped doing a lot of that. I was like, hey, boss, get the fuck out of here. What you need me to do? Like what do you need me to do? I'll do what you need me to do, and I'm gonna keep it at that. All this other stuff. If it's not in me, it ain't in me, because it don't work. But once I started, for me personally, once I started being in those situations where it was like, okay, I'm here to do this, and this is how I feel about it, people started understanding me more, and they learned how to treat me correctly. Because like, no, I'm not doing that. Well, Matt, I'm not doing that, or I'm not going to be here, or I'm not going here to do this. This is my reason why, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So then when it comes around and people try to talk to you a certain way, or try to say, well, that guy Matt, he did X, Y, and Z. The people that really know, that really, because you've been genuine and you've always told them the truth, and you've always been yourself, and you weren't worried about if they liked you or worried about what they were going to do to you. They know that, hey, that doesn't sound right, because that's not something that Matt or so and so would do. Like, I can get, like, for instance, at the last business I was working with, I was delivering medical devices. And one of the people, they would always ask me to do certain things. Like, I do my part of the business, help out the older people, help out the people that are on oxygen, do what I can, fix people's wheelchairs, all kind of stuff and everything. And then when they asked me to do something this extra, I was like, no, I'm not doing that, because I got to go get my kids. No, I'm not doing that, because I'm going to be out of town. No, I'm not doing that, because I got other business to handle. So when they ask me, I'm going to tell you straight up, no, not, well, maybe, I can. Oh, I don't, I got to. No. Straight up, it's just no, I can't do it. And I'm not even that I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. Well, and then sometimes it's like, can you go? No, I'm not going that way. I'm not doing it. Now, when you need me for some other stuff, if I have it and I can do it, I'm going to do it. But no. So when somebody else, they had another person come in, and they were like, it was a newer, like, like a new logistics woman, and she was plotting the routes and stuff. And she told me, hey, can you pick up this? I was like, I don't pick up beds or whatever, because that's not what me and my van, that's not what me and my van do. So I'm not doing that. And then they were like, well, I'm gonna put this route onto you, and you're gonna, and can you get it? I was like, if I can get to it, I will. But that other one, I'm not doing. And being that I didn't have keys to the warehouse, I couldn't get in, right? So then they tell the main boss lady, they're like, oh, that guy Matt, he said that he would do it, and he didn't do any of the other ones. I don't know why he didn't do it and everything. So the boss lady calls one of the other guys, and they talk about it, and they come and tell me, they were like, yeah, that didn't sound like Matt. Because, and both of them knew, it was like, if Matt said he was going to do it, he was going to do it. Now, if he wasn't going to do it, he also would tell you, no, I'm not doing that. And I told the woman, like, I'm not doing this, because I couldn't get the equipment that you needed me to get. And that one, I already told you I'm not doing. Don't play these games with these people. Like, jobs, anything. Like, trust me, don't. You'll thank yourself later. Not me. You'll thank yourself later. Be upfront with these people. I'm not saying be disrespectful and fuck you. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm not saying do that. But I am saying be straightforward with what you're doing. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. I understand certain things are happening in between. Things could happen to where it's like you're not sure, whatever. I'm not talking about that. But on average, always not. I hope these people like me. Go in and see if you like them people. Go in and see if you like them people and let your word be your word. Because then you'll be out here because you want other people to like you. You'll be out here co-signing racial bias against black people and then try to fight other black people about it over some stuff that you don't know nothing about. So again, that's all I got. I didn't mean to stay on this long, but for y'all to stay with me, I appreciate you. Trey, I appreciate you, and Daddy, I appreciate you and everything for coming through, saying hey and all that good stuff. But I love all y'all. I ain't got no problem with nobody, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I ain't gonna keep bothering you and nothing like that. But as always, if anybody really want to talk to me about anything, I'm more than willing to talk to you about it. It just ain't no threatening nobody, and like I can sit down and talk like you got sense. We can talk. That's not a problem. We can talk, and I can understand where you coming from. You can understand where I'm coming from. We can sit down and talk. And I'm not talking about this online video shit because no, I need y'all in front of me. I need y'all to say it with your chest with what you mean. All of y'all, everybody, because I'll do the same thing for you. If you ask me, I will tell you because it's important so we know where we stand at. But outside of that, as always, thank y'all for listening, kicking it with me and all that other stuff. Go to the link. I have it up here somewhere to pre-register for Void Beast. Is coming to Kickstarter May 22nd, that week, just in case, because I'm be getting some other stuff done with that con. And if after, I may have to push it back, but push it back like later that week, not later the month or nothing like that. And I want to see all y'all at SableCon. If you can make it, come through, come say hi, support the creators and everything there. And I will holler at all of y'all later. SableCon, Void Beast Chapter 5 Kickstarter. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.